So I'm at the door. The previous episode was an experiment as well, and I think it still works as I complained about in it, about the previous episode, where they're trying to get me down for the file name. I'll see about that in this one too, this time doing something more appropriate. I've received more items again when I loaded the game. I'm thinking that might be connected to Kobayashi, who just gives you grenades and stims, which might emulate the second game where you can ask... can you ask for grenades? Can you ask Zalbar for grenades in this game as well? And for probes from some people? I think so. So that might be something like that, though I'm not sure. I would advise you to, in case you're in this situation, to just close and load the game more often to get more free shit, apparently. There's a door that we're gonna deal with, and we'll see what's behind it. It is locked. We have examined it last time. It says something about facing the shadows, really. The void of purpose leads to death, whatever. And we can just place your hand on the door. Here, we've solved the issue. Like, again, the quest isn't go somewhere else, interact with a bunch of items that would pop up a flag that you've pretty much solved it, and then you can come back knowing what to do. You just so happen to have been in the previous part of the mod, so you're marked as a guy who can interact with it. So touch it, see what's gonna happen to you. Oh yeah, easy. Oh, lock tight, he said. Right. Oh, and he's running in already. Eager, huh? Go ahead. Feel free to go first. I'll happily take you tanking the hits. Right, I still don't know where more of the flashbacks are gonna be, but we're gonna have to keep pressing. Or maybe this will end up leading us to that other place from the Tatooine desert, the Great Dragon area. And we just can't go through there in the first place because that's the end of the play of like this area. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, also camera, yeah. Someone thought about that. So we're gonna end up walking out of there. So if we were entering through there, we would just meet a solid wall that we couldn't interact with from that side. So I guess that's what's going on. Oh, hey. Man, the lighting here is weird. There is nothing, no source of light, but it is changing from like ambient warm to blue. And now it's bluer. Now it's redder. Well, we keep going. Also, that might have something to do with, of course, my reshade, but it's fine. Like whatever, right? Look at those. And to think that just was here for all that time. Surprising, huh? And there it is, now it's warmer. We've got the alleged Brotherhood of Shadow theme music. Oh hey, that's different. Rakata defeated by this guy. That would be the Shadow, right? Whatever his name was. That we fought in the first part of the mod. Interesting iconography. So it is a place of worship, a tomb possibly. Thinking about all the kotor and stuff, recently, which you could say I covered a little bit, recently Baldur's Gate 3 came out, and that's supposed to appeal to people who like D&D and RPGs. And so I was thinking, why would you play this? Because to be fair, the gameplay isn't that exciting, that challenging. You just walk up to things or click actions and they're being performed. So how is that different? Why would that be appealing to anyone? You basically have the full force power essentially playthrough. Focus on some guns, focus on a saber, and focus on your skills. That's how you can play the game, and then maybe do it to see how the world reacts to you, whether you want to be a dark side, light side, or even neutral, to mix it up a little bit. So is that wrong? I haven't played the Baldur's Gate 3, but I'm pretty sure it's got the, what is it? Not anisotropic, isometric, somewhat isometric camera view. So you still select your guys and click them over to move somewhere else, and then there are enemies, and you click their actions here somewhere to see how that to see what you can do about it. And I mean, even in D&D 5, warriors don't really have fighters, don't really have many options to select from. There is no power attack feat anymore. There is crossbow expert, but I don't know if that's modeled in the game, where you need to select whether you want to take that -5 penalty of 5. I want to say penalty of 5 because that's reasonable, right? Because it's penalty, so it's obviously negative of 5. So that's the value of the penalty. When you say penalty of -5, then it's double negation, and it means it's a bonus of 5. And I keep slipping on this. So you select your guys. The fighters don't have power attack, where like the power shot, where you have to select to take a greater penalty to attack but deal more damage. So I don't know if crossbow expert will be modeled like that. How are actions modeled? Whether you can make a spell, a sword singer. What is it? Blade singer. Wizard.
I have a bad feeling about this. Verbal, I need you to stay behind. I want some insurance in case things don't go our way.
Master, don't be irrational. If I stay here, then I cannot acquire the data I need to perform an analysis of the entity.
Fine. Let me put it to you this way. Whoever or whatever is in this structure, they will probably want to harm you, to damage your superior workmanship. So by choosing to enter the structure, you are technically choosing also to harm yourself. Wouldn't that be against your programming?
Master, your logic is correct. It would be against my programming. I will stay here then, and await further instruction.
And don't talk to any strangers while I'm gone, regardless of how many upgrades they offer you.
Right, what he said. He said, Verbal says, I need to perform the analysis. And what you could say is, yeah, but it's dangerous inside. Let us clear it out first, and then you can scan whatever you want. That would be reasonable. Second, choosing to enter is choosing to harm yourself. No, choosing to enter is taking the risk of being harmed. That's not the same thing. Again, I'd like to remind you that if you get into the car to drive somewhere, this is one of the most dangerous, if not the most dangerous thing a human being does on a daily basis. There's a lot of people dying from driving cars and being hit, cars, because of cars. So, getting in, it's not the same as, oh, today you decided to drive, well, you might just as well, I'm gonna call police. I'm gonna call the euthanizers, and since you already chose to drive, you basically chose to die, so we'll just kill you. Let's just cut out the middleman. Now, that's not the same. Equally, it's not the same to have sex and automatically agree for pregnancy, to pregnancy. Cool, yeah. Verbal?
I would much like to examine the entity that was interfering with my sensors. Yet I find myself here, with nothing to look forward to other than the rusting of my joints.
Don't worry, you're a droid and time is an illusion for you. Fuckwit. So yeah, there's the logic. The logic is not correct. Fuck you. I mean, as usual, the game, the characters are only as smart as the writers, and the writers weren't smart. So that's why a strength of argument is important. Selling to you guys, I don't know what you get to, how it looks like, really, what was omitted to make it more gamey for Baldur's Gate 3. For things like, I don't know if you can make a sword spell, so what is it? Sword dancer, spell singer, sword spells, fuck. The guy, right? The subclass for the wizard that uses swords and armor actually, and it's pretty good class because it's proficient with armor. So, how does it make you use your extra attack when you use your standard action to attack? To use one of your extra attacks to cast a cantrip like a green flame blade. I don't know how they modeled that, but if they gamified it like this, then it should. Well, it's supposed to be. It should be similar gameplay to this. You're gonna pick your party. You're gonna go along with them, you're gonna interact with them. It depends on how you're gonna roleplay your character. So if you're into Baldur's Gate 3, you should play this game. For the roleplay, for the playstyle, pretty much. If Baldur's Gate offers playstyle, then this offers playstyles as well. For roleplay, playstyle, and most definitely for the story. And of course, since you're watching all of this, it'll definitely be maybe less of a shock for the story when it comes to the story. The story is gonna be somewhat spoiled to you, but you can still make different decisions on every beat that I've made, right? And also there's a lot of side quests that I've decided to skip. Also, you can install this mod and play it differently, maybe, but you can hardly play this mod differently. Like every dialogue line is something that means the same thing as the other one in the scene, so you're not choosing between anything, and the world isn't reacting to it. I could use a heal, if only we had someone who can cast heal, but we don't.
Sure.
Oh well. Let's hit a quick save, go in, we're gonna probably get an autosave. This looks like, by the way, this looks like the Academy on Malachor 5, with the thing here, but Door to Temple, not to the Temple. Temple of Shadow. And there we've got an autosave. And that's all red. It looks like a layout for Korriban Academy, for Korriban Sith Academy specifically. These doors are from KOTOR 2, from Malachor Academy actually, yeah, so everything checks out. Another quick save for no reason other than paranoia, I guess. I'm gonna lead with her, because I want her to use Life Drain to heal up. Then we'll see what's up. And hopefully you're still here. Probably, most likely not, people are quitting way earlier than that, but thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy, so leave a like and subscribe, share it with your friends, and that will help us get some money from the corporations. Wow, that was a short segment here. That tunnel really didn't add anything. We also might have a journal entry. Capture hunted now. For Starforge, summon. Scan on the ancient door, it mysteriously opened. Yep. You should now progress further into the ancient cave and search for the origin of the detected energy source. We're still going more down, deeper in. We're going down, down, down. And yet, some guy was using the Force mislead radar on Verbal's sensors. Also, he managed to scan 8 kilometers and the layers of rock with whatever he's got, and he's just a droid, not even a ship's sensors, where they can have planetary scans. It's smaller, it has more power to send through all the radar equipment, so I don't know. And then we've got Solomon, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I say, cause that will mean story. And that's a problem, because I wanted to tell you, if you're still here, I wanted to say that you shouldn't live in fear. What I mean by that is you shouldn't live worried about losing something. Now, obviously there are more important things and less important things and unimportant things that you shouldn't worry about at all, but as far as the hierarchy of value goes, what you really shouldn't want to lose is your life. But then the next step down from that is your health, and it's already arguable that you can risk it, because you can heal, you're a living organism, you can get better. Housing or jobs, if you get kicked out, you can just pay rent and rent a new place. If you lose a job, you can just apply for another. And those are important things, but it's not the end of the world if you would end that. So don't live in fear of being kicked out if you're scared of speaking up for something, or worried that someone will kick you out of that based on some opinions. What you should not worry about at all, though, is any of those silly social medias that you've got. If you've got an account on fucking Reddit, Twitter, YouTube, fucking Discord, and you're worried that someone's gonna kick you out of the community for saying something that moderation or really anyone won't like, You'll find new friends. You'll get somewhere else. This isn't important. These are some fucking randos on the internet. Don't let them hold something hostage for you. Don't let them blackmail you into compliance. Stand up for yourself. Don't be worried. Right, now, plot. Ah, Shadow's in the middle. She'll be the important one here now, huh? Because I was standing to the left, where Kobayashi would be now, where he is now, so they swapped us all around for this. Oh, he's not here anymore. Oh, oh.
And so at last, you have come.
Solomon, you're alive. Is this as I had feared?
You have risked much to come here, my former pupil. You have survived the trials on the residential level, you have traversed the Korriban wastes, and you have discovered this ancient temple. This temple of shadow. You were always strong in both body and spirit. It is why I chose you as my Padawan learner. Even in the moment I first met you, I could recognize the potential soaring within what was then merely a child. A child I then chose to rescue from what would have been a fleeting life of insignificance on the streets of Slieheran. It was in your potential to become my protege, to become the greatest of Jedi, yet you became what stands before me, a shell.
No, she hasn't. Solomon, how did you survive Terrace? At the climax of our battle, I watched you fall into darkness when the walkway was destroyed. Nobody could have survived that, yet you have, and you were bombed.
Fate often works in mysterious ways. I survived Terrace because I was meant to survive, because it was intended that I wake amongst the rubble born anew, a changed man.
Dashes are enough instead of semicolon here in his dialogues. Hi, it's me.
As you have become a slave to a master, equally are you a master to a slave. The Arcanian, what worth do you find in him? I merely see a man, ruled by passion, yet afraid to embrace it.
He has no force powers to be
Better
corrupted.
than a crazed Jedi. Better than a murdering Jedi.
Yeah, you tell him. You're right. Oh hey, that's not good. Well, he's out. He's probably not
I
dead.
once told someone that choice cannot exist without consequence. If my actions serve to condemn me as a murderer, then so be it. It was necessary.
Your fight isn't with Kobayashi, it's with me. Why did you do that?
I could no longer risk his interference, so for now I have removed him. He was an unexpected, unpredictable factor in our reunion.
And Revan is fine. So what are you planning, Solomon? Why have you come to Korriban? To this ancient temple, again with the semicolon. You're not doing it right. You're not more savvy for using it.
Matilda, it is the name I gave you that would always serve to remind you of what you once were and what you have since become. Yet now you are before me. I see that what was once the child on Slieheran is now gone. In its stead is a creature that was spawned from the tragedy of the Mandalorian Wars.
As you said, choice is always followed by consequence. When I chose to follow Revan to the Mandalorian Wars, I also chose to accept whatever consequences would befall me.
If only you knew what I now know, would you so willingly have accepted those consequences?
She acted based on the information she had. She couldn't have acted based on the information she didn't have yet.
I know that Tilana's death made you question a great many things surrounding your role in the Mandalorian Wars. It is that part of you that manifested itself in the mining tunnels. It is the remnants of your forsaken identity.
I did everything in the mining tunnels, not her. She was an accessory. She's just a shadow. It was an identity unspoiled by the horrors of war. It was an identity which no longer
This
exists.
identity, it had a name, didn't it? Can you remember? Do you even know? Yes, Shana May. It is the name of the one I found on Slieheran. It is the name of the one I raised, the name of the one I trained. It is the name of the one who betrayed me, who was corrupted and then sacrificed, to become a tool of war.
Hey, how about you go fuck yourself? She already had a name and you decided to impose questions. Questions without answers. To impose a new identity on her with Matilda.
And I hold these answers. You know this. It is why you have come here. Come with me, for only together can we reclaim the identity that was sacrificed. I can give you back your purpose, your life.
Fuck you. No, I will not you will not manipulate me into betraying my master. Whatever you are planning, Solomon, it ends now.
Unfortunate, yet it is the response I expected.
Can we fight yet?
I hold the answers to your questions, yet as before you react with aggression. This matters not. I am more than willing to cleanse your mind of this and all other weakness through the fires of combat.
Can we fight yet? That will give me time to talk. Battle music. Right. Right, so first, great fucking coding to cut off her saying her own name, Chana May. Second, why did we need another name to remind her what she was? We know what would remind her of what she was? Staying with the name Chana May. Fuck you. You killed her identity. You sacrificed it to make her into your image. Second, is there already third? Next, you think highly of yourself, thinking she's gonna be your protege and you're gonna shape her into whatever you're saying and your vision, and you're this great teacher that can do that, is the point. He admits, so be it, let me be a murderer. You're doing this all what for again? To save one guy? And you decided to corrupt and possess dozens? And kill them too? For this? What are you doing again? What was the plan? Let me see. Are you just back to mock her for her decisions? That she's no longer there? Being your toady? Are you just jealous? Are you mad? Have you just come criticizing her for taking part in war? Go back to your fucking hole and die in it. Fuck you. Oh, right. Shit. This is what I wanted. Oh, shit. So that's gonna be problematic. He saved. We gonna need some of that. And she's gonna need some of that too. Because she's low on health as well. Let's go with this and then you'll see what's gonna happen. Oh shit, he resisted. Have I got Crush Force? No. Well, she's gonna try... She should continue to try heal herself. And if not... I'm gonna do this right away. And then see what's gonna happen. I can stun him if that works. I'm just stunned, I'm not dead yet. And I'm dead now. Well, shit. I can't heal that. Where's my save? Oh, he's completely out of our party as well now. When is the last save that I've got?